Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing how I will be stitching the back seat, which is the back piece of cloth in Bharatnatyam costume. So here I have the lining cloth and I have folded it like this. So this fold is opposite to me and this side it is the fold, and this will be the waist length. So because this is double fold, and according to my size I would need 19 inches. You might need less based on your waist size. Check that and correctly take that size based on your waist. So this part is the waist and it is folded. Okay, so half of it is that, and then maybe it's a little bit more. I'll decrease it because we need some for the stitching that goes inside. As you can see, this is 19. Yeah, and then we need to know the height of the back seat. So for me it is around 12.5 inches, so I'll mark it here, 12.5 inches. And the front part around 7 inches, so I'm going to mark this 7 inches. And then we need to draw a slant from here to here like this. And then I will cut this cloth and show you. Make sure the double fold is good, and this will be the upper portion for my dress, and this will be the lower end, and that will be the inner side. This will be the back side. So I'll cut this now. And this was the pallu part. I'm going to use this to make the back piece. So I will first cut off the borders from it. After cutting the borders off, only this much cloth is left. I think I can adjust this. This is almost the same, but maybe ½ inch less than what I would like for the waist. And I'll probably put a little bit of cloth here and adjust, or either I can stitch a piece of cloth there or add the border in a way it is bigger. And so I'm going to mark and cut this cloth same as other cloth. So this is what I got, a little bit less than what I would like, but otherwise everywhere else it's enough. So what I'm going to do is just add a small piece of cloth and attach it here. It won't be seen because we'll put the lining cloth there. So I'll attach an extra piece of cloth, the one I cut off, and then attach the lining cloth and show. I have attached the lining cloth to this cloth and also attach this extra piece of cloth because I didn't have that over the lining. I attached this. Anyway, it won't be seen because the borders will come. And I checked for myself and saw it was enough. I put around my waist and checked. Now I'll be attaching the borders to this cloth. Before I do that, I will first sew on one side of the border. Make sure they have clean edges. After stitching this edge, now I'm stitching this to the cloth. So the wrong side and the wrong side towards you, both the wrong sides towards you, and doing the same way as we did for pallu. I will stitch here, turn, and both the right sides will be together, and then stitch it back there, adjusting and putting some small pleats, and do it throughout. One more thing, we'll have to make sure this part comes straight. The original one, which doesn't have any curve, that has to come straight, otherwise the shape will not come. So I did the other end, so I'll show you this end, what I'm talking about. So this part I did on that side, so this has to come straight when we do the stitch. and then we should turn and adjust and stitch it like this. Continue the stitching. And if I have to attach more of this cloth, and then continue. So I'm showing the other side. I'm doing the same thing. So basically both the rough edges on the same side, and make sure we're approximating this good, and then make a straight stitch. That's 7 inches I took. I'm making a straight stitch. So here I turned it. When the curve comes, I turned it, and I'll be stitching along that curve. Like that. Make sure both the cloths are together, and continue to do so. And if needed, I will add more border and continue the whole curve. I've attached this extra border here, this piece, and then I will turn everything on the other side and stitch, and will adjust these and stitch in the center just as I did for the pallu. I have turned both the cloths, and now both the right sides are up, and I will stitch it here all the way along, adjusting this piece of cloth, folding as needed, and I will also stitch on this side. So I did this stitch all over, making sure the shape is still maintained like this straight here and then U here. And now I'll be stitching on the inner side, folding this cloth, folding this border as much as I have to in order to maintain the shape, and keep stitching these. And here also I will fold this, stitch here, and adjust it so that it has a neat look. So this is how I stitched it. All these pleats I stitched on top of them, making sure I get a neat look. If you do a plain design in the center, that will look nice contrast, but I wanted to use my pallu, so this looks like this. This is also good. And to finish it off, I need to cover this area, make this rough surface neat. So for that I will cut a piece of my sari and make it into double folds, and stitch it here, and add the dories. So this is the final look of the seat piece, the cloth which goes on the back. I covered these rough edges using a piece of cloth by making double layer folds and stitching so that you can get a neat look here. And I put to myself and checked, it was little bit loose to me, so I did a stitch here. You can adjust the length easily for this one, I mean the waist size easily, by putting extra stitches if you need to. And I put these dories, but I'm thinking I might change it to buckle system if needed, but otherwise dories work very well. So this is the final look. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Happy stitching. Bye.